Kids, hi, I'm finishing something up on the computer. That's why I'm starting over here and not at my usual spot. Talk a lot with James Lott Jr. Like I said, I'm finishing something up really quick. My hair is a mess. Don't mind me. Episode 54, heading towards 60. Cheese and crackers. Take care of some last minute stuff before I can actually sit and really talk to you guys. I didn't want to stop. I wrote a protest song. I'll record that sometime, either today or tomorrow. I putting together some talks with some amazing black men this week. We're going to talk about life. I'm going to try to do my part as a creative. That's what I can do. I can't go out in the streets in March because I have a compromised immune system, so I'm home. But I'm like, I got TV shows, I got podcasts, I do music, I got my keyboard back there. I'm going to do some stuff creatively and speak out. That's what happens a lot of times. A lot of us speak out through our music and television. So I'm going to do that instead. I hope everybody's doing okay. I need a little break from all the stuff that's going on. It's a little overwhelming. It's a lot overwhelming. Freddie Smith! Hi, Freddie Smith. Hi, Freddie Smith. How are you? Yes, I'm wearing a Prince shirt that's all of Prince's names he used other than his own. These are all different names. I know it's backwards, but I posted on social media, and he did all these. He did all these different names: Joey Coco, Camille, Alexander Nevermind, all these funny names. Because he was so prolific. He did a lot of stuff for other artists, so he had to use a pseudonym. That's what he used to do. But yeah, so it's kind of crazy. But we are hanging in there, folks. It's where I'm at, and people are asking how I'm doing in LA. In the part of LA I'm at, I'm okay. Don't worry about me over there. I'm doing okay. Nothing happened down in my neighborhood. I know there were other places. They were in Santa Monica and stuff, which is not far from me, but I'm in Inglewood, South LA, and we're doing okay. Except for the occasional fireworks that are going on that bug the shit out of me. Because it's not 4th of July. And they're running them. It's like, really? Are you really running them? I'm like, really? I'm just gonna do one little thing here. And that's really all I'm doing, so I can talk to you guys fully. But how's everybody doing? What's going on, everybody? I know it's a lot going on in the news, and I tell people it's overwhelming. I know people are like, I don't know. I'm like, I know it's overwhelming, and you're like, what do I do? And I get it. Sometimes you want a little escape. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm hanging in there. So that's 5 points. Okay. So now I'll go for a while. Let me go now to my regular spot where there's less lighting, because we are not looking the greatest today. I look tired. And I had naps today. I didn't do much today, actually. I didn't really do a lot of stuff. I watched Insecure. I said I wrote a protest song. And I saw that on my album that I put out with J2, our song Feeling Free is our biggest song on the album. People are streaming the F out of that song. So I'm like, okay, it's everybody wants to feel free, I guess. I had no idea. But in 2 weeks, I have an album coming out. My Dark album is coming out, and I think it's actually appropriate now. I wrote it for another reason, but I think the songs are going to be appropriate for today and what's going on out there. So you never know when you're going to create. You never know. But I'm letting the week pass go. I'm letting it go. It was a long week of all kinds of emotions for me, up and down emotions, and I'm letting it go. It's a new week. Tomorrow is June 1st, so I'm taking that as a sign, and I'm letting the week go that was. Yes, my SoapNet mug. Yes, aliens can come. The rapture can come. I'm inviting whatever. Take me away. I am done. Let me go. Oh, I'm ready to go, folks. This is all too much, kids. So I'm just like, I'm thinking onward and upward. Matt Carlson. I'm thinking onward and upward. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to. My attitude feels different today, but I did relax a lot today, and that did help a lot. I really did. I think everyone needs a downtime, and I had to get off of social media for a while because I was getting caught up in everything, and you just have to get off of it. You just have to. It will drive you nuts after a while. And so, but my hearts are out with all the protesters. My hearts are out for everybody out there who's out there trying to speak their minds and stand up. And that's for everybody in there. I mean, that's everybody. Every race that's out there that's protesting, I give that to them. I have to stay home. I can't go out there with everybody. My immune system is compromised, so I am staying in, but I support them for that. But I'm going to be creative. I wrote some songs. I'm going to do some podcasts. I'm going to, use my platforms this week to promote some positivity and discussion and real honest emotions. That's what I'm going to do this week. That's what I can do. And that's what I can do. And in the middle of that, I'm going to provide some other entertainment that's outside of what's going on, because we do need to take little breaks from some stuff. You can't 24/7 just be in it. It will drive you it'll just drive you crazy. It won't help you. You got to take care of our mental health. We all got to take care of our mental health. And that's just my opinion. Some folks want to be in it 24/7. That's fine. For me, this is not a new problem. This has been around since I'm 51 years old. It's been around since my whole life. Just now we need to it's not going to end either, but we got to find some equality. But having breaks from this is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You can have a break. You can watch Insecure, or you can watch an old sports video. You can watch whatever it is you want to watch. You can do that. It's okay. It's okay to have cake and ice cream and chips. I was eating my Stax chips, which I don't eat very often. You can have a drink, which I'm not a drink. I might have a drink now. I usually have a drink when I come on here. I didn't make a drink in time. It's okay to have other programming out, music and books and things, just to have. I want to show you. So Amazon has been all over the place for the last 2 months. So I ordered 2 books of my books, my latest book, and I ordered one for me and for my co-writer, and they both came to my house. And it's my book. It's Follow Our Leads, Book 1, How We Became Entrepreneurs. This book is good. He wrote half of it, or the other half. That's the back. So this is my entrepreneur book. We have book 2 done already and ready to go, and then we're going to write book 3. So it's out there on Amazon. We write it as we talk. It's very just down to earth, tells you how we came to be entrepreneurs. So I got the book, but it was supposed to go with his house and mine, but it came to mine, both of them, so I'll have to give it to him. But Caesar is not that far, doesn't live far from me, so I guess we'll figure it out. So there is some good stuff in the midst of all the craziness that's going on out there. And I'm also writing a book about my interactions with the police. So I'm going to try to fast track that and get that out too. I got a copy. That's very alter ego. Really. So I'm thinking about it. So I'm writing a book on that right now, and I think I'm going to try to get it out so people can get an idea of what it's like to be a black man in America. Hi, Gavin. So, but yeah. And then and this weekend, the one thing I didn't do, what I meant to do, I didn't water my plants. So I gotta go out there and do that tomorrow. I got I got 2 interviews mid-morning, early afternoon, and then I'm doing the When Hope Calls after show in the afternoon, which I haven't watched any episodes yet. I have to watch that. I just have not been motivated. So I got to watch that so I can do the after show with Marissa Serafini at 5. So I might try to squeeze those in tomorrow, because I have a break between 3 and, I don't do that either. I got to figure it out. I just haven't done it yet. There's a helicopter. And then I just watched 2 episodes of Girlfriends, do my Girlfriends after show, so I got to film that. But I watched those today, and I took my notes, and then I'll be done. But I got to go in the garden. I got to go outside. I didn't go outside at all today, which I normally go outside every day, and I didn't. I go outside today. I need to go outside tomorrow sometime and get some fresh air. It's always good, if you're on the computer a lot, to get off the computer for a while and look at something completely different. I love my garden. I love being out there, so I want to get out there. And I have my hammock, which I still haven't relaxed in yet. So that's how tired I am. I was on here earlier and I watched Titus, who's from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I watched him and it's this guy get into it. And then it was a very teachable moment. It was a great IG Live. And he, instead of getting mad at the guy, he talked him down and they actually had a conversation. And I thought, what a great thing. What a great thing. I haven't put you hammock up yet. I haven't done any of that stuff yet. I've been back and forth. I've been busy and then I've been depressed. So I didn't feel like doing anything. And then I felt connections are bad off and on right now. I don't know. I think it's everybody really is on right now. I think everybody is on right now, and it's showing all the stuff that's going on out there. It's kind of crazy. Um, but no, I was depressed and had no motivation. I've been going through all the emotions this week. So it's been just like that's what I'm saying. I'm letting this week go. This week was what it was, and hopefully the next week will be a little different. This week will be a little different. I just have a newer sense of purpose. I trimmed the fat on some things. I cut out some people, online and in person. Said goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to you. Did all that, and so I have a new purpose right now. Like I said, I wrote I wrote a protest song, and I've never written a protest song before. So I wrote one today. I'm going to record it, and I'm more likely to put it out. I don't know how. I'm going to see if any more songs come out of me. I don't know if more come out of me or not. But I felt really compelled to write something, to get my feelings out. And I put together a panel of young black men. We're going to talk on Tuesday and do a show and put that out. I think discussion is very important. Showing points of view are very important. I want multi-generational black men stories. I'm old, so I want younger ones. So I want different generations. So, and I have some guys who are older than me too. My dream actually is to do a show with one person from every generation. I want to do baby boomer. I'm Gen X, obviously, millennial and Gen Z. I'm trying to put that together. Like 4 of us guys, all black, all from each generation, and have an honest discussion. And I'll moderate it, obviously, and see what comes up. So I'm thinking about doing that. So I'm working on that. So I'm working on. I know I have a platform. So I want to only Maya. You're the one and only. Okay, girl. I'm trying to use my voice in constructive ways because I do have a platform and I do have a reach online. So I thought, let me try that. But I said my very dark album is coming out in 2 weeks, and it kind of matches what's going on today. So I'll be interested to see how that's recent. I mean, I was scared to put it out, and now I'm putting it out. This was recorded a year and a half ago. And it's called Songs from a Dark Place. And so I think it's actually going to fit right in. Tori J, oh my goodness, thanks for dropping through on my late night talk show. I mentioned black men, all of a sudden you come on. Well, black men. Yeah, different generations need to be heard. Multi-generational stuff, I believe in the village, and I think every generation should be heard. And this is our whole planet. And so I like diversity. Diversity. Yeah, Tori J, we gotta do a show at some point. I've been saying this for like the last year. We gotta do one on my show. I saw you put out. You speak of BL Cub. It's like Beetlejuice. Tori J, sorry about it. It's a little business thing at the moment. So Tori J, I did get your email. You guys' email for your Missing Out podcast, folks. I've been on his show several times over the years, called Missing Out. But I don't think I fit any of your criteria, so I didn't answer back. I looked back on your show, but I don't think I fit what you were looking for June, so I didn't answer back. But of course, I'd love to come back on and figure something out. But you guys can come on. You guys can come on my show. We got to figure that out also. So anyway, hey, enough of that. That's a little business on the side. You know me. James Lott Jr. always got his fingers and shit everywhere. Always trying to do something with somebody. That's what I do. And I really do want to collaborate with people. Randomly, RJ, you should be on my show too. We've never done a show together. We have never done a show together, Randomly, RJ. You should come on my show. Let's talk about it. That's Phil's Feed Tech. I'm doing his show on Tuesday. Speaking of shows, I'm doing Phil's. If Phil got on tonight, you got on. So I'm going to do his show, and we're going to talk it out. So, folks, everybody say hello to Phil's Feed Tech. One of the reasons why I was very successful at AfterBuzz TV in the early years. Everything like supposed to be like tuna J's. I know for me, go see what I'm talking about. This I feel like I'm always preaching on here now. Cheese and crackers. I'm like, I don't want to run for politics. I have a shady past, so I can't run for politics. But I feel like everybody wants to hear what I'm saying. It's crazy. Somebody said the other day, or I'm not going to run a cult either. Someone said I should run a cult. They would join it. I'm like, I'm not going to run a cult. The cult of Lott, Lot of cult, cult something like that. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. So yes, I'm here with my voice. Even though someone told me on TikTok that I should not be trying to do anything that's not funny on the network right now because they need to escape. And I was like, fuck you. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want on there. Yeah, no, I'm saying you engineered a show of mine once, but no, we've never did a show together. So we're gonna work that out. We're gonna work that out. But they try to tell me there's no topic yet. We're just kind of talking. Tell me more. But somebody tried to tell me that I can't, you know, I shouldn't put anything serious. How do all people say hi to me? Yes, this is our family in here. These are awful. We always say hi to each other. We always welcome people into the group. We're on here. More folks are coming on. More folks are coming on. You want to talk 80s music? Okay, that's an idea. Okay, you guys, I'm all sitting here I'm putting together stuff. Okay, so let me take some notes. So I got to talk to Tori J and Lex, and then I got randomly RJ. Okay, we're going to do some maybe 80s music or something. We'll talk about something, pop culture. Okay, I wrote it down. Kids. I have to write everything down because I'm old. I don't remember everything. Hey, sorry, kids. Um, you can be as sick, girl. You can be as serious as you want. That's right. I'm gonna be as serious as I want, bitches. If I want because I do a series on TikTok called A Lot of Spoken Word. So what has happened, and we're gonna ignore Tony's comment because yes, I was fully grown in the 80s. I came of age in 1987, so I was the late 80s lady. I know, I just kind of rhymed. Late 80s lady. Um, but I do think a lot of spoken word, and I said, and so my spoken word has gotten a little more Afrocentric, um, and they didn't like that apparently. And I was like, well, then don't follow my page. Don't follow my page. It is my page is not a democracy, it's a dictatorship. I say about every page I got. I can do whatever the fuck I want on any page I want to. If you don't want to, and I don't know why Rick and Zandy's going LOL Tony because you're the same age as I am, so he's calling you old also. Yes, you were a tiny tot for I don't know if it's for Christ, but you were a tiny tot. All I have to say is because I love your mother so much. May God bless her. She had to raise you. That's what I got to say about that. Um, but I'm like, on my pages, I can write whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. If you don't like it, don't like it. But there are folks who like what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real issues. I mean, I like Escape too. Trust me, I'm on TikTok all the time looking at the dance steps. But I was like, but there's sometimes I want to like say something serious. It's okay to do that, and it's me. Well, I was born on Mother's Day, so I was a true blessing. I was the best Mother's Day gift ever. I tell her that every year for Mother's Day. She doesn't believe me, but that's a story. Um, but no, I just think that you can do whatever you want. So in 1981, I was 12 years old. I was in junior high school. I wasn't fully grown yet. I probably thought I was grown back then. I'm sure I thought I was grown. And back then we were latchkey kids, so we were doing whatever the fuck we wanted anyway. So no parents were at home. My father had left by then. My mother was out there working or whatever. So some people think Tony don't like me. In the chat would be like, why is Tony always so shady to James? I'm like, Tony hates me. It's crazy. I was 12 in 1981. Screw you. This is the time. Tony is young. No, Tony is younger than us. This is a time we have to look all beyond ourselves. We do, right? But here's my caveat that's to Phil. I'm not one of those people who's like, everybody has to speak out. Everybody has to. Yeah, we are both old. Get over it. It's true. I'll give you that one. But I'll always look younger. And for you saying you were 1 year old in 1981, you can kiss my grits. My creamy, bacony grits. Just kiss them. Back to what I was going to say. I'm not one who thinks everybody has to say something. I don't care about that. My thing is, yes, and time. Yes, everybody on here is younger than I am. I'm the oldest person in the room. I totally get it. Or one of the oldest. I think this one person here is older than I am, but I am one of the oldest. And I like 1981. To be quite honest, I love the. I miss the 80s. I miss the shoulder pads and the stonewashed jeans, my Guess jacket, my Swatch watches. I miss all that. I do. I miss it all. I love the 80s. The 80s music is the best. And that's my older sister, folks. Rick and Zan, she's my older sister. Yes. 235 years old. And when I tell you what, oh, I was junior high school first with all the girlfriends. Okay. That must be the age. No, I look better than most of you, so I'm not worried about that. I age very well, and we all know why. I don't have to say it. We all know why. Anywho, back to what Phil was talking about. I'm a person who believes that not everybody is eloquent. Not everybody knows what exactly to say. And I'm a person who says, if you don't know what to say, don't say anything at all. Because right now, and I had to school somebody yesterday, on a thing online, that wording is everything right now. Everybody is watching wording and who you are and what you say. So I always say you should be very careful what you say in public if you can't stand by it. So whatever I put online, I can stand by it. So if you can't stand by it, then don't put it online. And then I always think before I speak online. I always think before I speak. So, but especially now, even I'm like going, okay, before I say something, before I comment on something, before I make an announcement on something, I want to make sure that my wording is okay. Because right now, I know Phil is doing it. Phil's working it out. I mean, Phil Sweetek's working it out. He is. And I just think you gotta be careful. So people are getting flack for their intentions are good, and they're trying to say something that possibly is coming from a good place, but the way they say it the people will eat you alive, and that's just the thing. Um, then also there's folks who think they're well-meaning and say things that are very offensive, and you're like, or dismissive. You're like, you know. I'm a person who doesn't. I love and hate social media at the same time. I love and hate social media. I think social media is like whatever. A lot of verbal diarrhea on social media. A lot of verbal diarrhea and regurgitation happens on social media. You get one picture, 10,000 people retweet that picture. It's very lazy. So I'm a person who's more like, what are you doing in real life? So I'm like, it's easy to retweet a picture. It's easy to do that. And great, you're doing it. Maybe some folks you need to see it. But I feel like you need to. Well, Tori J, the whole problem is I think it's okay to slip up too, but no one wants to hear that right now. I think everything is heightened right now. So we have to really just kind of be really careful with that. And people just are having, I'm like, they're not, black folks aren't having nothing and white folks aren't having it. It's just nobody's having it. So I'm just saying, just please try to think as much as you can before you put that down out there. And a lot of times you can't take it away. You can take it off, but it's still somebody screenshot it's out there. But no, my thing is in person. How do you live your life every day? Like, how are you? I mean, I have been always, and I say this, and many of you guys know this in here, and been recipients of this. I've always been a champion of black folks in the industry, in the entertainment business. And Ironbeard knows this, Walker knows this, Tori knows it. I mean, Phil knows this. I've never been afraid to champion black people in media and other sources and showcase. I mean, on my shows, like, come on my show. I've had in my Breaking Into show, I did 140 episodes, I guess, on that show. I did 4 years of that show, and I really, 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 really had diverse people of color and black guests on my show. And I'm very proud of the show that I did. And even on Book Circle Online, my first person was Alonzo Williams, who started NWA. Like, that was my first person. I was like, let me bring diversity to the network. So I live this all the time. I mean, this is what I do every day. I find shows, and Ironbeard knows this, I find shows that have black writers, black producers, black cast, and I showcase them in my shows on my podcast, on my web series. I don't. I try to spotlight and showcase and help lift people who don't get chances from mainstream media and other media. I've always been that way. I've never had shame for that. And so I think to me, it's how do you walk through life regularly, and that's kind of that's the thing I'm always looking for. It's like, what do you do in outside of social media? To me, that's what I'm kind of like. What do you do there? It's nice enough to talk a good game on Facebook and Twitter, but then in real life, are you trying to implement systems at your job? I did. Are you trying to affect change and rules? And hi, Steve. If I can change rules in your neighborhood, I have. Are you involved in your community somehow? I am. My cousin Andretti Dante, who's a black filmmaker and artist. He's another one of the shows. I think my Breaking Into show, one of my biggest shows, was with him. I brought my cousin on, and it was one of the biggest shows. In music, like I said, I'm writing songs that are protest songs. I'm writing these songs from my heart, and that's in my real life. That's what I'm writing. Everything from dating to, I'm open to all, to all colors to business. It's like, who do I work with? Who do I do collaborations with? Who do I say hi to? It's all part of the big picture for me. And since I live this way all the time, this is nothing new for me. It's like, okay, well, now I'm just going to ramp it up a little more and try to do a little more and continue to see it. And that's what we all should do. Because I already said this already, and I will say it once again. I've said it already on this show, and if you heard it, I'm sorry you're hearing it again, but I will say this again. And this is my opinion of my 51 years of being black on this earth. True change will not happen until white folks admit there's a problem, that there is a race issue and a race problem. Once they admit that, once they admit that, then a conversation really can happen. If they're busy seeing 2 or 3 sides to every story and taking the race part out of it, it will never happen. It's the same thing that goes for men versus women. If men don't understand that they have male privilege over women, then real true change is never really going to fully happen. Same with gay and straight. If straight folks don't accept gay people as people who are worthy of being here, then true change will never happen. And if white gays don't accept that people of color who are gay are just as good as they are, change will never happen in that either. So it just depends. The dominant force needs to really fully embrace their privilege so that true change and dialogue can happen. We will never eradicate racism fully. I don't think it's ever going to ever happen. But we can change laws, change ordinances, change, some ideas. And that's where true change, and that's just my opinion, that's true change is going to happen. All this is great and everything, but I'm seeing a lot of white folks not really still saying, no, it's not really race. And oh my goodness, I don't know. We have to admit we all have privileges. And privilege doesn't mean rich. It just means you can do certain things that others can't. I have male privilege, but I'm black. So there's certain things I don't have regular white privilege. I don't have that because I'm not white. I'm part white, but I'm not white. I'm tall. I have privileges for being a tall person compared to a short person. Like we all have certain privileges. And so I accept them. I know I have them. And to me, and I said this before on the show also, I don't believe in the pain Olympics. All pain is bad. It's all bad. It's just all bad. Everybody has it. But you should never dismiss someone else's pain because you think yours is worse. It's completely just like this. It's wrong. It's literally, you can have Black Lives Matter. It's okay. And you can have other stuff. You don't have to say there's not Black Lives. Why are we doing Black Lives Matter? Everybody in the world knows that all lives matter. That is not, we're not idiots. We all know that all lives matter. Human life matters. We get it. But it's indicative of a specific subject. we're talking about right now. It literally is black and white. That's the problem. If you can't just let us have that, then it will never get better. You keep dismissing it and just going, no, it's this. No, it's this. No, it's this. We got to stop that. I would never tell a mother, well, you keep saying it's so hard being pregnant. What are you talking about? It's hard being everything. I would never say that. Oh, you have cancer? Well, I have Bell's palsy, and it's horrible too. And you don't do that. You just don't do that. That's just the most ridiculous thing on earth. It's like cancer sucks. It does suck. You don't say it doesn't. You don't say, so does having AIDS sucks or having this sucks. I mean, they all suck. We know that clearly. We know that. But I would never say to somebody who has stage 4 breast cancer, well, I know it's bad for you, but all cancer is bad. I mean, that's not. I mean, it's dumb. Just let us have this. All those young Latino children being held in those holding cells by the border, I would never compare it to anything either. That's horrible for them. Everybody has their certain thing. Let them have it. We have to stop trying to jump in and make everything universal. Not everything is universal. I mean, it doesn't have to be this whole kind of, let's all hold hands like this. No, some things are very specific. We have trans black women and black men getting killed by the thousand. That's a very specific thing that needs to stop. We need to protect them. That's not something that should be happening. Yes, no human should be killed. Totally get it. But I'm saying this is happening at an alarming rate. We have to look out for that. Right? I mean, it's like this. I mean, it's like, there are animals who are being abused. We got to look out for that. It doesn't have to be and or. It's just, it could be both. It's fine. And it's okay to spotlight certain things. It's quite okay. You don't have to the gay, don't get me started on the gay world. Don't even get me started on that whole, I mean, that's a whole nother show, basically. That to me, but in all seriousness, I mean, I'm trying to be shady, but in all seriousness, that's always been a divide, especially. Well, it was funny. So, gay black men and a lot of Latino black men, and a lot of Asian black men, a lot of Indian black men, they have to deal with two worlds: the world of their culture, their race, and the gay world. And in 95% of the cases, they're not accepted in both. So that's the sad part. They don't know where you go. Where do you go for camaraderie? And you just want to be, and you want to just be who you are. And both are telling you you're bad for different reasons, or you're less than for different reasons. So we can't even go to the gay white folks because they think they're superior, just like regular white folks, because that's how it's always been. Everything's gay and white. All the magazines, all the newspapers, all the TV shows, all the movies. It's all, everything, the beauty is gay and white. That's what it is. So why would they care about Black Lives Matter? Doesn't affect them. Or it's the Pain Olympics. But I'm gay, so that's worse. And then black folks think, well, I'm black, so that's worse, because you can't change color. You can pretend like you're not gay, that's a weird thing too. But there's a lot, and as you know, that's been going on since the beginning of both movements. The women's movement, the gay movement, the black civil rights movement, they were all kind of parallel, but they had a hard time seeing each other because people with race think, well, you can't hide your race. You look who you look like. I mean, the majority, saying that people who are brown. And then gay, and people still think gay is a choice. So that goes for a long way too. So that's why I don't think we're going to see any kind of camaraderie there either. It's just not going to happen. A few, but I don't think, nah. Some people are so self-centered that they're so busy in their own struggle, they can't support another struggle. All struggles need to be supported. Oh, yeah, I love you too, Tori J. I'll talk to you soon. I'm seriously going to talk to you soon about being on the show. Yeah, but it's one of those things that all struggles should be supported. and it should be allies to every struggle. I mean, you may not understand everything, but just be an ally. Like, my thing is, if I'm not hurting you, if I'm not doing anything negative towards you, if I'm a, law-abiding citizen that's like, pays my taxes and I'm funny and friendly and I have a job and stuff, why do you care if I'm black? Why do you care if I'm this? Why do you care if I'm old? Why do I care if I'm fat? You think, who cares? Like, who cares? And nobody's asking for special treatment. If I hear that one more time, I'm going to. Well, I want to pull my hair out because I'm tired of it. I'll pull my hair out. It's like it's not. It's all about equal. It's about equal rights. We just want to be level with you. We want a level playing field. That's all we want. No one's asking for more. I mean, when I hear that, I'm just like, what are you getting that from? My ancestors were considered property. They were 3/5 of a person. I've seen slave records. I've seen points of entry in the Caribbean where slaves were brought me to tears. I've been to places in Virginia where they showed where the slaves were in boxes trying to escape. And the box was no bigger than like my leg. I've been to South Carolina. I've been to Georgia. I've been to places where I remember going to the Martin Luther King Jr. Museum in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's a state park and it's beautiful. And I went with a white friend, and we just literally cried the whole time. It was just going through the timeline, seeing the things that he had to go through, and people like him had to go through, and it's just, I've seen it, so I know what my ancestry had to go through. And so, and it should be acknowledged. I should be able to talk about it. I should be able to feel something about it. While somebody tell me, well, we had slaves too. That's not the point. It's not the point. I'm talking about my people and what we went through. It's okay. We'll get to yours at some point, but right now we're talking about mine. Let me have that moment. You don't have to counter it with something. If a woman's talking to you about women's issues, I don't need to jump in. Well, I'm a man and I go through this. I remember once somebody told me, it was in one of my organizing groups, because I had someone give me attitude or whatever, and one of the chicks was like, well, now you know what it feels like, and I was discriminated against, and the chick goes, well, now you know what it feels like to be discriminated against. And I was like, you see my face on my picture. I don't need to be a woman to know what discrimination is. I'm fucking black. I'm like, what? And I was like, and you know what? I didn't have to say anything. Everybody piled on her and took care of it for me. So I was like, I'll just sit back and let people take care of it. But it was just kind of like, that's the mentality some of these folks have. It's like, I'm black. I know what discrimination is. Like, I really know what it is. Like, really. So it's an interesting world right now we're living in with people, just not wanting to see what's right in front of them. They have a different eye, and I don't, And when someone tells me they're colorblind, I'm like, I don't want to hear that either. There's nothing wrong with seeing color unless you think it's negative. I don't see you as black. Well, I want you to see me as black. I don't have a problem with you seeing me as black unless you use it to be derogatory against me or you have a stereotype for me. But if you just notice I'm black, doesn't really bother the shit out of me. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's weird. I don't care. I'm like, I don't, and a lot of people in my generation use that whole, I'm colorblind. I'm like, I don't, who cares? I don't want that either. I want you to see me as a black man, but as in a positive way. That it's like, it doesn't make you think anything else. Like, it's like, it's fine. I'm not asking you to define me as just a black man. That's a problem, of course, too. If you just hold me to a certain thing, but like, who cares? Thank you, Brandon. I'm just sharing what I've learned. I'm just sharing what I've seen, I guess, and I hope it's relating to you guys. These are all things that I've seen, and I just think, again, I paid attention to my life, and I try to learn stuff as I go along the way. And yes, I've had some training. I mean, I have some degrees in my name, but these a lot of these things are just life. I've learned this. Ship over the past few months, especially last week, so using your words to discuss these issues, no way to make us connect. Oh, thank you, Random RJ. I feel like, what can I do, I guess? And part of me, being older, I do feel like I have a responsibility for the tribe and for the village to do something. Um, I hope so. I'm glad it's helping you guys. I'm glad people are relating, and I'm trying. People more and more are coming to me and saying I should speak more, so I am. I'm trying to speak more, folks. I'm trying. I'm trying to speak more. But these are all just observations that I've learned over the years. Um, okay, I mean that's gonna be. I mean, I need some edibles right now. Who you telling, folks? I need something to calm me down sometimes. Um, but I mean, yeah. But it's just I just think it's I see I'm coming back to compassion for the world right now. I was angry last week and then depressed. I went through all like the 7 stages of grief apparently that Mayumi always talks about. And then I said, "Thank you, Kristen. That's really nice of you." I just decided now I'm at the compassion stage again. I'm feeling compassion for America right now that we need help. I think we need help. America needs help. And I think we need to collect. We don't have a leader that's bringing us together, so that's a problem. But we need help. We really need to start looking within. All of us looking within, and we need to come together. I mean, it's out of control, and viruses and black stuff, and it's just and financial crisis. There's a lot going on right now that we really need to address and look at and really, really start working on. We have to. We can't. The thing is, like I said, like the other night, it's like a tea kettle that just keeps boiling. It will boil over at some point. You can't just keep it contained. It just can't stay contained. So things are really like. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. It has to be. It has to boil. It has to blow up. You gotta do something. You gotta address it. You have to address it. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, I'm looking at him at all. But look at all your local leaders. Look at all your mayors. Look at where you live. Look at your council people. Look at your senators, your House representatives. Are they representing you and your community correctly? Are they actually helping or hindering what's going on out there? I've heard from some of you out there that they're doing fine. Okay, that's good. Or some are not doing so well. Um, and I just think we have to really look out to that, you know. And voting is important. I think I'm all about like I said, I say it on here all the time. From local stuff to national. Every level, take your time. If you get the ballot, get the voter packets and stuff, take your time with it. Really read through it. Really research it. Don't skimp on anything. I'm be reading. I'm acting like I'm in school and for a test, and I'm gonna look over every single thing, every single measure, every single everything, because I want to make sure I don't miss a thing. There you go. It's 10:45 at night, and they're running fireworks. Yes. Um, so I mean, I'm all about that, again, I implore you. It is. But I implore you, just in your regular life, look at how you're walking through your regular life. That's my big crusade. It's like, what are you doing every day? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing just in your life in general? What do your friendships look like? What do your relationships look like? What does your job situation look like? What does your living situation look like where you live? Um, what are you supporting on TV? What shows are you supporting in the movies? Are you watching black films? Are you supporting black TV shows? Are you it's crazy. So now we're making a left turn. What has made you smile in these tough times? Television and reading. I am well right now. Believe it or not, I'm in school again. I am taking a divorce coaching course, and I love it. That's made me smile. I mean, it's a fun, fascinating course. I just started a couple weeks ago. I'm getting another set of letters after my name, and I'm really enjoying that. So I've been reading. I'm reading. Well, let me show you one book. Let me show you two books that I'm reading. Yeah, kind of. I have to say, this is a little show and tell. So I am reading the Prince book, The Beautiful Ones, that I got for my birthday from my brother. It's so good. It's so good. Prince did this before he died. And of course, for my trash, I'm reading The Ladies Who Punched about the View. This book is juicy. It's juicy. So I'm reading that, and then Prince, The Beautiful Ones. So I'm reading those, and then these are all my books. I have my books all here. These are all my books that I have over here. So I do have that. Oops, I'm stepping on something. And I'm still doing my puzzle, The Mandalorian. There's the little baby, the child. So I am doing that. And then, of course, I got the child. Where is he? Where's my baby? I got the child. Hi, the child. I got to take him out the box. I haven't taken him out the box yet. So I got to take him out the box. Television, Insecure was good tonight. It's good. I was like, no, oh my God, I want to give it away. It's good. I've been really enjoying the Young and the Restless classic episodes. They've been so good. Like I said, I just watched Upload, that series on Amazon Prime. I loved it. I thought it was really good. I've been watching a lot of documentaries. Last night on Netflix, I watched the documentary on Studio 54. And I was like, it was so good. I've seen many documentaries on it. This one was from 2018. And it was really good. I was too young. I remember Studio 54 when I was a kid. I was too young to go. Well, so Insecure, what was funny is they were in my neighborhood, of course. They're always in my neighborhood. And they were on Slauson, and they passed a store that is one of my clients, Cultural Interiors on Slauson between Overhill and near Fairfax. It is a great store, and they walked right by it. So I was like, oh, and he said they're always filming my neighborhood. Hi, oh my God, hi Christopher. My late night show, and but I watched the Studio 54 documentary. It's on Netflix, and then I've been busy watching. It's called The Violet Reality. It's a Prince channel on YouTube, and he's doing every single Prince album that's ever been released. He just released Diamonds and Pearls. He gives you like 7 to 9 facts you don't know about it. And I've actually learned some stuff that I didn't even know about. I want to watch Legendary next. That's the next. I got to download HBO Max. But I really am enjoying this guy's take on every Prince album. And like I said, I've learned actually, I know a lot of Prince stuff. I learned some Prince stuff that I didn't realize every time. There you go. Then I also watched. I'm in the ghetto, folks. I'm in the ghetto. Then I also watched I Am Divine, about the legendary drag performer Divine, which is a great documentary too, and about his life. And that was really good. So I've been watching a lot of documentaries. I've been wanting to watch documentaries. I've been just like, I just want to watch stuff about life, I guess, back in the past. So that's literally what I've been watching. That's what's brought me some smiles. Also, old episodes of Girlfriends, Cougar Town. I was watching some Cougar Town episodes on Amazon, and Old Will and Graces. I was watching a few of those. Fun question: who are your top 5 celebrity crushes? I don't have any. That's a really good question. I don't really. I used to, but I don't think I have any anymore. Celebrity crushes. Oh, you halfway through it. It's good. It's good. Hi Ray. I don't know. So I really don't have any, to tell you the truth. I just don't. I used to. I mean, yeah. I can't think of any. Actually, to tell you the truth. But yeah, so TV's been good. Reading Joni, Maya, Lynn, and Tony. I just finished watching the first 2 episodes again. I'm going to recap those this week and put them out. I reached out to many of the stars from the show, so I'm going to see what happens. So we're going to try to get a girlfriend's movie out of this. That's our whole plan. So we're going to work that out. But I'm having fun doing that, so it's been kind of fun. Which girlfriend's character are you and why? That's a good question. I don't think of any of them because I'm not ghetto like Maya. I'm not judgmental like Maya. I'm not a gold digger like Tony. I'm not bohemian or whatever like Lynn, and I'm not neurotic like Joan. So I don't think I'm any of them. I'm not William. You're Joan with the Maya rising. I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it. No, I don't think I'm any of them. I don't know. That's a good question. That's so funny. If I was a golden girl, I'd be Dorothy. I think I'd be Dorothy. All the sarcastic remarks and just like being surrounded by crazy people, I'd be Dorothy if I was a golden girl. If I had to do that, I'm trying to think of what other groups are there out there that I'd be that one. When Joan said no, I was gagged. I know it's just yeah, it's just kind of crazy. But yeah, so I try to watch some TV. I try to do some things outside the box. I'm trying to finish up Westworld. I just haven't finished up the last season. I finished up watching that, and I'm trying to finish. I need to watch the last episode of Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. Her is gonna cry when I watch it. I need to finish watching that. I like Beauty. I like The Baker and the Beauty. I did like that, and I guess next week is the finale. I think it's crazy. I can't believe it's the finale already. I just got into that. I started watching the new Roswell, New Mexico. I watched the original Roswell back in the '90s, and now I'm watching the new one. I kind of like it. Living Single. I love that show. I've seen it's on late night sometimes. I catch it sometimes when it's on. I would be Queen Latifah's character. I think. Yeah, I think I'd be Khadijah. I think. Which Brady Bunch character? That's so funny. I was a middle child, so I'll be like I'd be like Marsha. I'd be Jan, always wanting attention and being upset at everybody else. Because I had older siblings and younger siblings. They all got attention, and I was left alone. So I totally be Jan, just like jealous of everybody. Yes, yeah. Baker and Beauty. Do you think Baker and the Beauty's lighthearted? I'm like, there's lots of drama on that show. I mean, I guess it's kind of lighthearted, but a lot of drama on the show. And Homeboy kissed his brother's ex girlfriend. It's crazy. Like, oh my goodness. But no, I like the show. But it's ending, so it's gonna be ending. So it's going off the air. Um, I was waiting. Here's the thing about Sex and the City. I realized watching the show later because I watched a bunch of them recently. Carrie is a horrible friend. She's so self-centered and so self-involved. I'm like, I end up hating Carrie towards the end. That's like on Will and Grace. I actually hate Grace. Grace bugs the shit out of me. I didn't realize the first time around. I didn't realize it until later. I'd be friends with Samantha, of course. Samantha's the bomb. I'm like Samantha. Samantha is the least judgmental of all the friends. She's always there for her friends, and she supports whatever you do. She's a good friend. She's a really good friend. So I was like, Keith, I'm Possible Brown. Hello, my friend. I just finished preaching. Now we're at the lighthearted portion of the show. I just finished doing my preaching the first 45 minutes of the show. So now I'm at the pop culture part. I think we have 6 more minutes left, or 7 more minutes left of the show. But yeah, but TV can be great, and TV can be something that can also help with your mental state. We have to. I know Keith Brown is crazy in LA right now. It's crazy. I'm very fortunate. I'm in the hood, but it's quiet down here. Besides the fireworks, it's quiet down here. We already had riots here in '92. I guess they didn't come this direction. They're going out. They're going elsewhere. They're going elsewhere. Hope you're doing okay where you are too. And Keith Brown, I gotta have you on my show again. I think it's time to bring you back on again. I'm gonna talk to you also. I'm gonna contact you this week. I think it's time for us to have another talk during these times. I think we need to talk again. And actually, I'm gonna write that down. I gotta take notes because I'm old and I forget stuff. Keith Brown. So I will. Atlanta. Yeah, I heard in Atlanta it's doing it there too. It's yes. Ooh, I heard it's happening. Yeah, we don't. I say keep the riot somewhere else. We already had that happen here before. And then we had the Nipsey Hussle stuff that happened a year ago, whatever. So we don't need anything else over here. When Nipsey Hussle died, I couldn't come home. We had to drive all the way around because it was so crowded over here. It was crazy. It was completely crazy. So no, we don't want it done. We don't want it done. But yeah, we'll talk this week definitely. I want to set up something with us. Yeah, we were stuck. Yeah, it's crazy talk. Yeah, people were coming to the hood to see where Nipsey Hussle was shot. And I was like, okay, and killed. I was like, okay. So it was for weeks. It was really interesting over here. So I'm kind of happy that it's a little quiet down here for a change. But the things that are happening in LA, they're not far away from us. They're not that far away. They can easily take a turn and come this direction. So I was like, Ooh, please don't come this direction. Please, please, please don't come this direction. We don't need it. But again, I support all the protesters who are actually protesting, not the ones who are doing the vandalism, but the ones who are protesting and want real change. And I've seen some great videos of people who are protesting and are peacefully protesting, are just trying to get the word out. We have a right to protest in this country. That's one of our rights, to assemble and protest. So I think we can exercise that right, people. But for me, I'm not ready to protest out. Now, I do have a problem with some folks because I'm like, they're not wearing masks and stuff some of them are. And I'm like, we still got, the virus is still out there, folks. So I am praying that we don't have spikes of numbers, because in LA, the numbers are still going up in LA. So I am praying that the numbers don't go up even more because people were protesting and not protecting themselves. So we still got to protect ourselves. I had a guy deliver food to me today that wasn't even wearing a mask. And I was like, okay. You don't know if I have it. I don't know if you have it. You're just not wearing a mask. I'm like, and I said this about the looters last night. And I'll say it again. I understand anger and rage. I get that. But there's some folks they're finding that were not really protesters. They just came on and decided to latch on to it. And do the vandalism. And the poor thing is, you're vandalizing also black-owned businesses. So, and not all black folks have that. Again, they can rebuild. Not necessarily, because again, we're fighting for unequal, unfair practices. Now those black folks will get the loans they need to rebuild. So it's kind of like, it's not Target can rebuild, and big, Home Depot can rebuild. But some of these other ones, they can't rebuild. That's the problem. Hashtag fake fact activists. There's some folks, they showed, I've seen some videos where folks are like, they're not really part of the group. They weren't marching in the group, and they were doing all this vandalism, and they were running off, and not even rejoining the group. So they're just finding their ways to it. Yes, it's moms and pops shops. It's small business. I've seen some heartbreaking videos of black and brown men trying to save their stores. And it's like, that really doesn't help the situation. We're in financial crisis too. The world, we need healing right now. We need healing. The whole country needs healing. Everyone is our senses are heightened, our emotions are heightened, and we need healing. We need it now, we need it fast. And whether you are Christian or a Buddhist or Muslim or Jewish or whatever you believe in, we all need to go to our higher powers, and we need to pray or whatever it is you do and ask for help, folks, because this is not working. This is not working. We need healing. And like I said, again, I've been a black man 51 years. I know why this is all happening. I totally get it. But we need healing. And on that note, it's my last minute and a half. Yeah, they're already suffering from the COVID. So I'm saying we're in financial crisis too. There's so many different layers of things going on right now that it's not even funny. That's the point. It's not even funny. So I pray for all across the country and all the major cities and everything to please, 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 let's really think about this. Protest, yes, but looting and rioting and vandalism, no. I'm never going to condone that. Everyone, thanks for watching, and thanks for being on again for Talk a Lot with James Lott Jr., my late night talk show. I'll be back on probably tomorrow night, of course, which is Monday. Hi, Actor Fabian. Just say you happen to catch on at the last. We're getting off. IG only gives you an hour. They're like, bye. IG's like, that's it, kids. You get an hour, and that's it. I don't know why they don't let us do more than an hour. I'm like, or just let's do whatever we want. I don't understand that. I don't know why they don't let us. Oops, wrong thing. I don't know why I don't know why they don't let us stay longer. I don't know why. I don't know why they chose that. What the world needs now is love. Yeah, I'll get started. My voice isn't ready. I need honey sticks. Where are my honey sticks? But yes, but it only gives you an hour. But I'll be back on again tomorrow night, of course. I'm here every night, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm here doing my thing. And I do feel better these days. And because of you guys and everybody out there, I do feel better. Thanks to everybody who checked in on me this weekend. I appreciate it. And everybody, stay safe, please. Please, 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 please.